What's going on, people? What is going on? Apologies for being late. Technical difficulties. Y'all know what it goes like when your computer has to reset at the worst time. But today it is Thursday evening with the six-man combo with the six-man himself, which is me, the six-man K Styles. And as you see on my stage left, as I look over to this side, it is the mad scientist, the one, the enemy of the state, the I wouldn't say the cuckoo. I wouldn't say the cuckoo. Well, which one you like? The enemy of the state?
I like the enemy of the state. I can dig that.
Okay, so we got the mad scientist, the enemy of the state, Mad Mike Sports. And guess what? You know what happens with people that are usually enemies of the state? You know what happens with those? The people that are associated with him are usually the enemies as well. So, hey,
okay, you did.
Y'all may not. Yeah. We coming for you, man. We coming for you, nigga. But, hey, man. But like I said, before we get kicking with this show, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with what's those three letters we use? Those three words? The
real roll.
Hey, man, today's roll call, we're going to kick this thing off right, man. We got YMOF Jamal. We got Joseph Thornton. We got Bubble Gump. We got Don John, Nathan Floyd, Pat Norris, Andrew G, Millie Mills. We got Michael Walker. Not that Michael Walker. We got D. Coleman, Jerry Bowie, Reggie C2K, Old Chicken Hauler, Vlad, he's in the building. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love as well. Georgia Red Clay, Elite. We got the young gunner, ATM 534 in the building. ATL Leo, D Sloan, and Atlanta Nation. Man, we got a good one for y'all tonight. I'm dubbing these guys as the new generation. We're going to call it the baby bird generation. I don't know if anybody else used that yet.
Nope, but they'll probably steal it.
They'll probably steal it. Yeah, the baby bird
like they always
exactly.
do.
Exactly.
No.
And it'd be most of those folks that probably watching these shows and like, oh, what they gonna say now?
Like, oh, I'm gonna do a video just like that. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they don't even hit the subscribe button. If you're gonna steal something, at least hit the subscribe button, please. Okay. So like the motherfucker comment or something.
Exactly. So I want everybody in the comment section that's listening. How do y'all feel about that new name, the baby bird generation? Because we're getting led into a new era. We got some damn good players to come in through the draft the last couple years.
Mm-hmm.
We mixing in a whole bunch of new veterans, and like I said, Grady Jarrett is the. Can you believe that Grady Jarrett is the elder statesman of the locker room, and he's only 28.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. He's got to be and that's one of the main reasons why they've re-signed him, because they know, even though with the numbers not looking the way that you would think compared to an Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
The tape doesn't lie. The tape shows a lot. Hey, you got some folks saying I'm fine with it as long as they turn into dirty birds. You know what? The reason I say this because we don't need them to turn into the dirty birds. We got to leave that for the 98 team because that's their signature calling and that's what we want them to be remembered as. I just call them the baby birds right now. We see what they do in a few years, but right now this the baby bird generation. And I want to first start off. I want to kick this off with this conversation with the linebacker, the linebacking core, the new linebacker in itself, the one that a lot of people do not like, didn't like to pick. Let's start off with Troy Anderson. Now, as we already know about Troy Anderson, Big Sky quarterback of the year, freshman running back of the year, linebacker of the year twice. And you got Deion Jones and Rashawn Evans there to help pick up the pieces and teach him the position. So,
hey, y'all do me a favor real quick. If you have already hit that subscribe button here, just hit that. Just leave any mark. Just a mark, whatever it is. Just leave an emoji if you've already hit the subscribe button on this channel.
No, if you hit the subscribe button, throw your sixes up. Throw the sixes
throw
up.
Them sixes up. If you hit the subscribe button.
If you hit. But Mike, how do you feel about this linebacking core as far as the next generation being led by Troy Anderson, D'Angelo Malone, Arna Ebiketie, probably Deion Jones for the next couple years. Ogundeji. They might throw in Lorenzo Carter, might be here for a few years. Oh, if you got emojis too, you can throw them on there as well.
Throw them up there.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think is the prospects of this linebacking core? Being a
it's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that because I was in the Discord, and if you guys have been in the Discord, Matt Mike Sports, P-Line Sports Podcast, that's the Lord of the Discord created it for us. A Jay Rizzock, Jay Rizzle, the Hawaiian assassin. That's what I call him. But
we're gonna call him the Pineapple Express.
Huh?
We're gonna call him the Pineapple Express.
The Pineapple Express. It's like lowercase style. Lowercase style will say something like that. I already see the reaction of it. But this is one of the reasons why I say, like, let's be real. Y'all heard the live. If you didn't hear the live that I had earlier today, let's be real about stuff. Stop throwing that word around and just say what you really want to say with Deion Jones. And I'm only saying this because it has a lot to do with what we're doing now. It's because everybody just want Deion. Just well, he'll probably be traded after June 1st or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's a possibility. But when I hear things like, oh, he is constantly declining, there's absolutely no evidence of him declining. None. Zero. In fact, the guy had pretty much the exact same I mean, the exact same results that he's always had. All right, I'm gonna just go over these numbers real quick. All right, 2000. These are tackle for losses numbers. 2017, he had 10 tackles for loss. 18, I think we know that he got hurt at 18. He had one tackle for loss. 19, 8. 2020, 9, and then 2021 he had 8. All right, so the tackles 138 in 2017. Again, 2018 he got hurt, so he had 53. 19, 110 tackles. 2020, 106. And then 2021, 137. So when we look at the numbers, there's absolutely no proof of him declining. The numbers say otherwise. The numbers say otherwise. And if you want to talk about broken tackles, yeah, he had three. He had three more missed tackles than the guy that got a 5-year, $50 million contract, and he got cut by the Seattle Seahawks, Bobby Wagner. So if Bobby Wagner is able to get a 5-year, $50 million contract, can you honestly say that Debo is declining? Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. So what it comes down to is this, and this is why I set that up to say this. Deion is here to mentor these guys, Michael Walker and Troy Anderson. I think we all know that at this point. So I'm not foolish enough to say that he's here to stay for the next 3 to 4 years, especially with the price tag that's gonna, that's inevitably going to go up, for the simple fact that he's a veteran. So guys like Troy Anderson, until Troy Anderson figures it out, and it could be 1 year where Troy Anderson just comes out and he plays out of his damn mind. That's possible. And he's going to be the next outside linebacker or inside linebacker, wherever they so choose to put him. That could very well be the case. So Deion could quite possibly be here for the next year. So when we talk about Troy Anderson and then Michael Walker, these guys still got something to prove. They still got something to prove. And I think if you're going to get the most out of these guys, you got to have a Thomas Davis on your team. You got to have what's the other linebacker for Carolina right now? Is it Shaq?
Shaq Thompson.
Yeah, Shaq. If you got to have those guys that's going to set the guys up for us. So at this point in time, like, I love Troy. I think Troy is going to be that. I really believe that Troy can be that next great linebacker, especially with his tools, his size, his athleticism. The only thing that he needs at this point in time is the mental. Like, we can get guys like Dean Pease. Of course, he can teach him, but there's nothing better than a coach on the field. So for me personally, I gotta have a Debo here for the next year or two until those guys, whether Rashaan Evans, I don't know Rashaan Evans, I just call a spade a spade. He's an underachieving linebacker. He has the skill set, but injuries and just like has derailed his career for the most part. So he's underachieved as far as that's concerned. And I don't know what Michael Walker is at this point. So there's so many questions when it comes down to these baby birds. And I absolutely love what I love most about this team. These dudes are athletic freaks, from Debo to Michael Walker to Troy, and I'm just talking about the linebackers. They put together a solid group of guys that all they need at this point, put the little sprinkles on the donut. That's all they need to do.
Right. Hey, and I about to say I'm looking here in the chat, and ATM brought up a point here. I know this is gonna be off topic, but he said the 49ers staff have been continuously underwhelmed by Trey Lance. What I say? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What we singing, K-Style?
Mm-hmm.
What we sing? What we singing, K-Style?
I told you so. I told you so. But the reason why we doing that too is with this kind of comment here. This is what we talk about trying to put the Hall of Fame status on a young quarterback that we don't even know that's there yet. I mean, like you said, Trey Lance has the tools, he has the arm to be a great quarterback. But the issue is you have to remember Trey Lance, for being drafted third overall, only played one season. He only started one season. So you don't. So, like I said, this is why you can't count your chickens. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a
go
minute. Hold
get
on.
that
Let me
shout
see
out
something.
right there. That Raider Nation.
I'm gonna give this shout out. I'm gonna give this shout out to Knock Andrew. He said Raider Nation here, man. Appreciate you joining us over from the Vegas side of the game. Hey, man. Hey, I'm about to say them Raiders putting together a good damn team over there too. Like I said, boy, Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, if they relive them Fresno State days, oh boy, that's gonna. But I'm interested to see what they're gonna be doing with Darren Waller because you've been hearing these trade rumors about Darren Waller getting traded to Green Bay. I doubt that happen. They better not neither because Darren Waller was on my fantasy team last year with Derek Carr and he put numbers up, so he need to stay there. But shout out to Raider Nation, man, doing your damn thing. Just getting away from that John Gruden shit should help y'all very much.
Boy. Woo, Jesus, hallelujah!
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
So they good over there. And don't worry, we're gonna have the topic of the show here in a few minutes. So we just want to kind of focus on this defense. Give defense some love. Like I said, Arnold Ebiketie, D'Angelo Malone, Lorenzo Carter. Man. Onto the combo Ogundeji. Like I said, we like if developed right, if developed right, you have, and like I said, you throw Michael Walker in there as well. You literally have a nucleus of pass rushers for the next couple years that can definitely make its mark in this league. Because let's be honest with you, last year, outside of really showing any promise, Ogundeji was the only pass rusher we had that was worth a damn. Hell, Jacob Tatui Mariner showed more promise, and he got cut. He still was damn tops on this team last year in sacks, and he ain't played for us since week 7. That's not a good look, y'all. Knock Andrew, definitely appreciate it, man. He said he done subscribed to the 6-man K Styles, man. Definitely appreciate it, man. And if you got any questions about Raider, like, this is why we always say about people that are fans of other teams. Even if you're not a Falcon fan, you still ask your questions. Yeah, and we answer them to the best of our abilities based on what we see. So, like I say, it's Falcon content all day, but we give you everything else. So definitely appreciate that, man. Definitely appreciate that. But I'm loving it, man. I love how they try to build this defense. Like I said, it may be a little underwhelming as far. Oh, other thing is, Say the Falcons got visited by Nick Kwiatkowski.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Kind of,
I'm gonna be real to you. I don't know who the hell that is. Everybody keep talking
he's
about it, but I have no clue who that is.
he's kind of like he's like one of those plug and play like backup linebackers. I forgot who. I don't know if he played for the Giants or something like that. I don't know who the fuck he played for.
Like
I've
a
heard that
goddamn
name
serial
before.
killer or something. Like that's
I'm about to say that shit sound like something
Kowalski or whatever. That sound like
that sounds like a handball player or something like that. That boy gonna try out for the Atlanta United soccer team, boy. That sounds like a soccer name right there. So, D. Coleman said, "Oh yeah, Noah said he was a Noah said he was a former Bears linebacker. That makes a whole lot of sense now."
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, look, lyrics, mom, really. Look, Mike, look what she said. Mike, look, she said, "I'm ready to throw my panties at a Falcon game."
Here she goes. I mean, the minute she saw Drake, as soon as she saw Drake London, she was like, "Oh, girl, I might be throwing my panties at." Okay.
Like, I ain't got no panties on. Ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no panties on the dance floor. I ain't got no panties on. I ain't got no. If anybody remember that video, man, that's one of the worst damn videos I've ever seen. But yeah, we just addressing that because, like I said, the way that this defense is, like I said, think about it. You have AJ Terrell, who's going to be one of your cornerstones for the future. Right now, you're looking at Richie Grant, Jalen Hawkins. Like I said, you looking at D'Angelo Malone, Arnold Ebiketie, Ogundeji, potentially Michael Walker. Let me see, Tim Horn. I believe Tim Horn's gonna make the team. And I believe he's gonna do some damage here for the Falcons because he's big enough. Like as much as a lot of people are kind of how we kind of disappointed that they really didn't get Jordan Davis or some folk or Travis Jones or nothing like that. This dude literally is the same size as them, and he's kind of like a lighter version of Travis Jones. He's not that much lighter, but let me see. So we good for the next 3 years. Everybody just have to put it together, and it's really going to be dependent on this next topic we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the controversial topic of the Atlanta Falcons fan base. I don't see why, but apparently it is. Trust me. Los Falcons said the Wolves are out. Hey, yeah. Hey, this defense is about to be nice here in the next couple of years, man. I'm telling you, it might even start this year. Could Lorenzo Carter be that veteran that helped lead the next generation too? Then another one, Darren Hall, Avery Williams. Like I said, we got a lot of. You gotta remember, this is a young team. So, hey, I'm excited for it, man. You give DPs the type of players on the defense and the young too, so he I don't want to say manipulate their minds into doing whatever he want to do. That sounds fucked up, but that's all. But y'all feel what I'm saying? But okay, MJ Edwards said Tim Horn from his film looks like a pass rush version of Anthony Rush. That's all you need right there. He's basically Travis Jones. He just wasn't a big name like Travis Jones. He's just, from what I've seen, he basically is Travis Jones. He's like you said, he's the great value version of Travis Jones. So we good.
Person that they ain't paying no attention to, but he can do almost the exact same thing.
Same thing. So let's go ahead and get to the controversial topic right here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. One more. He said Nate Landman, linebacker out of Colorado, 6'3", 250. Not fast, but he is a hit stick with over 400 career tackles we signed. Hey, you got to have that variety. You have to have that variety of guys that can be enforcers, and you got to have speed. And we've essentially are trying to address that right now because, like I said, you got speed linebackers, but you got speed players, but you have physical players as well. And this is what Dan Quinn wanted to bring here in Atlanta, but he brought nothing but speed players and left the physicality in the top dresser drawer next to the vibrating rabbit. But I know that shit flew over everybody's head like that.
Nope.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now the Queen Cut, that's my favorite song right there. What that thing smell like? That's my favorite song, bro. I ain't gonna see if I could find it. Look, if I could find a way, I was about to say we just watch BET Uncut videos all day. He was like, now tell me what that thing smell like. They're gonna kick it tonight. Oh, baby, tell me what that thing smell like. But let's for real. Let's be for real. Let's go ahead and get to it. The controversial draft pick of the Atlanta Falcons, which I don't see why is a controversial draft pick. And we're finna get into it right now, and it's Desmond Ridder.
Mm-hmm.
3rd round pick, quarterback. Done through the Atlanta Falcon fan base and the whole entire frenzy, because essentially the Falcons went for the quarterback who is the exact model of the last 2 quarterbacks that Arthur Smith has worked with. Now, as everybody knows here, and people, and I'm about to say, I want people to also put their 6s in here. The reason I want you to put your 6s in here is I want to know how long people remember me talking about Desmond Ridder since I've been on YouTube, since I've been doing content with Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I see a couple 6s in here, man. Like I said, because... Oh, yeah, I seen this shit. Apparently, RG3 wants to be a Falcon. He said he might be he might want to come back and play for the Falcons. I've heard that shit. I'm like, no, we good, man. We good. You've been commentating way too long, bro. You need to keep that paycheck going, man. You don't need to risk that shit.
Man, you need to sit down somewhere. Don't be happy you ran a 4-4. So what is a 4-4? He ran.
It was a 4. It was a 4-4.
Like, man, what that got to do with getting hit?
Exactly.
So you get hit, you gonna forget all about that 4-4.
Exactly. 4-4s, I'm tipping. Wood grain, I'm gripping. Let me watch with the paint dripping. Turn your damn name listening. Like, nah, bro, get your ass on something. But yeah, this is going to be the catalyst because this is the 3rd quarterback. No, this is the 4th quarterback we have drafted since. No, let me see. Hold on. We got Michael Vick, Matt Shaw, Matt Ryan. Okay, I ain't gonna really count Sean Renfrey because he was in the 7th round, so that don't damn count.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could count him. So since the year 2001, well, yeah, you can count. So since the year 2001, this is the 5th quarterback we have drafted.
Mm-hmm. And we've been telling y'all the Falcons they don't just draft quarterbacks just to be drafting a quarterback. Like they do their
Right.
homework on their quarterbacks, and they put them in position where they can succeed. Now, I'm going to lead this charge, and I'm gonna continue to lead this charge. We got some dumbass content creators out here who saying one ignorant thing, and I see it. I see it continuously. Is that we need to fire Rich McKay? We're gonna fire the guy that deliberately gave one of the greatest coaches this game has ever seen this opportunity to be a coach, and that's Tony Dungy. This guy is directly responsible for one of the greatest coaches in the history of this game, and one of the brightest minds. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like, even though I'm not a John Gruden guy, he is a bright offensive mind. He's a moron on top of it, but he's a bright offensive mind. He knows a little bit about offense. So I'm not gonna hate on that. He's responsible for guys like John Lynch, Warren Sapp, Simeon Rice, all those guys, Tiki Barber, all those guys who played with Tampa Bay. He's responsible for bringing home one of the greatest defensive edge guys the Falcons ever had in John Abraham. He's responsible for guys like Sean Witherspoon, your boy Willie Moe. Like these guys are very good players. He helped bring one of the best coaches in Falcons history, Mike Smith. Mike Smith had he had one of the greatest runs as a coach in Atlanta. So when we talk about Derrick Brooks, that's another one. Like this guy's responsible for so many Hall of Famers, and we got these ignorant. And I'm telling you right now, I hope you guys are looking. You are ignorant as hell if you telling me that Rich McKay needs to be fired. This man has been in how many Super Bowls now? Like I think this is like his second or third one. This is the second one. Tampa Bay and Atlanta. So he responsible for building championship teams, and you're trying to tell me the same guy that hired. Okay, let me say this real quick. So before Thomas Dimitrov was even here, he had already hired Kyle Shanahan. He did that. He brought in Kyle Shanahan. Thomas Dimitrov was not even the GM. And Kyle Shanahan is responsible for one of the greatest offenses of all time. This guy hired him. So why am I saying that? We got to give these baby birds a chance.
Baby birds.
We got to give these baby birds a chance, bro. Because when we talk about what this man is, please don't disrespect Rich McKay and his resume. Like it's utterly disgusting for journalists to sit back and try to discredit a man who has proved that he's a champion. And he knows talent, whether it's coaching or players, he knows talent. And he's shown it time and time again.
Yeah, because I find this situation interesting because I don't know if anybody kind of saw the phone call that Ridder got from the Falcons organization. He said two things in that conversation. He said, I don't know why it took me so long, and they done fucked up. So in his mindset, he's saying that he's ready to be a killer out here. And who does that remind me of? The chip on their shoulder type of guy that plays here in Atlanta. It's kind of like the guy that looks like him.
Really?
That chip on their shoulder. look like he's coming in with that Trae Young mentality, is
Yep.
kind of being like the chip on the shoulder. He said he called himself the calm villain.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows nobody like he knows a good proportion of this fan base doesn't like him. He knows that a lot of these analysts don't like him. He's basically saying, I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to here to play some ball. And to have a mentality like that, and to have and for some reason, as much as everybody was saying this is such a weak quarterback class, they damn sure wanted quarterbacks out of this damn class for it to be weak. Am I lying? Because by looking at next year's quarterback class,
Oh boy,
it
we've
might
been
what
looking
we've
at it
seen about
already.
we
We
go we
already
gonna
on it, bro. It's not pretty.
we we gonna talk about it a little bit later. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Ridder can definitely be that quarterback to lead these baby birds the next few years into something special. Him, like I said, him and Drake, like I said, it is going, and he's gonna be one of the three guys that we're gonna be talking about. Is gonna be Desmond Ridder, Drake London, Tyler Algier. These are gonna be your three your three heads on offense, right here. And Kyle Pitts. That's your four heads right there. The main thing is, as long as the offensive line holds up and continue to improve, y'all gonna see something special here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's 6'4", 215. He can throw the ball deep. He ran a 4.5 40. I know a lot of people looking at 40 times. He ran a 4.5 40. So he's faster. He's fat. He's faster than the average quarterback. He's already familiar with this type of system, because if you look at Cincinnati, they essentially run the same system. And with Marcus Mariota being the QB1 right now,
Mm-hmm.
is somebody that can help bridge it a lot quicker, because they essentially have the same skill set. So, hey man, I'm loving it. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. We're going to get a few of y'all comments in here right quick. Michael Walker here said the media and the fans wanted Malik. Ridder is better than Malik. I say he's probably he's a con, like I said, yeah. Yeah. Malik really just got the stronger arm. And he might be a little bit faster. But as much as some of the analysts that's on TV say as well, Malik Willis is limited in inconsistencies and accuracy and stuff like that. There's some balls that he gonna work on. But for a guy throwing about 65, 66% completion percentage, that sounds pretty accurate to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you talking about, and then like I said, when you look at these young quarterbacks, there's one thing y'all need to look at, and I forgot who used to say it rolling with us, but they always say, look at the back of the helmet. I want y'all to pay it. Like when y'all look at these young quarterbacks, look at the green dot on the back of their helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll
What that
tell
mean?
you everything.
What that mean, K-Style?
That means that man is looking. He's going through progressions. Look at the green dot on the back of the helmet. If the green dot is constantly moving, that means he's reading defenses as it's going. If that green dot ain't moving, he's staring receivers down. That tells you everything right there. And that's gonna go into something a little bit we digging deeper later on as well. But yes, Desmond Ridder will be rocking that number 4. He gonna rock that Brett Favre number 4.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
got
a
Drake
good
London gonna
number.
rock that 5.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good quarterback number to have. But yeah, Desmond Ridder will he will succeed here. The ceiling high, the ceiling, like I wouldn't say the ceiling is so high, but you know what you're getting out of him, and Arthur Smith knows what he's getting out of him.
I got a bone to pick with them people, including my boy J Rock. I gotta throw J Rock under the bus real quick because I
No,
keep hearing the same. I keep hearing the same stuff. Is that the offense is boring? It's conservative. Let me ask you a question, people. Just everybody in the comment section right now. All right, everybody in the comment section. Would you consider the San Francisco 49ers offense boring? And
can
would
I
you
answer that?
want would you want the San Francisco 49ers offense?
Hey, can I answer that right quick,
Yeah.
bro? Boring offenses. Let me
I
see.
know
You
where you're
said, do
going.
I consider
I
Kansas?
know, I know,
Okay,
I know where you're going.
you
Go
said
ahead, go ahead. Would you consider
I
the
went
San Francisco
49.
49er offense ran by Kyle Shanahan? Would you consider it boring, and would you want that offense?
Hell yeah. You're talking about an offense that was led by an inconsistent quarterback that then got to a Super Bowl in the last 3 years, that almost made the Super Bowl last year, with no name running backs, a dominant tight end, and no name receivers. What does that sound? Does that sound quite familiar right now?
Man, they ran the ball like 95 times in the playoffs, bro. Like 95 times a game in the playoffs. That's all they did was run the damn ball, but they kept winning.
Right. Look. Run the damn ball.
They kept winning though.
Let
Conservative.
me add. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like I said, it's not an offense that's gonna be like, oh shit, they gonna put up 75 points a game. Boy, we got that goddamn spread offense, like yeah, and we're gonna be selling tickets like hell to see the running gun. No, no. Tom Brady, like I said, everybody keep talking about Tom Brady being the greatest of all time. Have you seen his offense? If you pay close attention to his offenses, they are boring as hell too.
They boring as hell. They do the same thing that Kyle Shanahan does. Every Tom Brady team do the exact same thing. It's nothing exciting about that team. About their offense.
It's quick passes and running the ball. 1-2 bam. 1-2-3 bam.
You rarely ever see deep passes in that offense.
Right. They let the athletes do the damn job, and that's what you need to do. So me, I would take that 49ers offense in a heartbeat. I'd take that 49ers offense over that Cardinals offense that everybody wants to bring down here, that air raid offense. We don't need that.
And that's the reason why I brought it up, because like I said, I love J Rock to death, but like and in fact, I don't disagree. I disagree with the fact that you gotta be aggressive. I don't care what the call is.
Right.
All right. When it's working, I don't care what the call is. Because at the end of the day, whether you call a dumb play or a good
Mm-hmm.
play, it's still it's nothing without execution. You can call the perfect
Right.
play, but if you don't
Mm-hmm.
execute that play, don't matter. I mean,
Right.
Steph Curry and Trey, James Harden, these guys up here shooting half court shots. Them the dumbest shots you can ever take. Those are shots that no coach would ever teach any player to shoot. No coach would
Exactly.
ever teach you to do that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why? But those guys, they hit it. So you deal with it. Why? Because they execute them. When you execute, I ain't got nothing to say.
Right.
When
But
you
I want to.
fail, yeah, when you fail, that's it. Everybody can
Yeah.
scrutinize everything when you fail.
Exactly. It'd be like, no, but yes.
Oh
But when you
yeah.
look at it, it's like, no. It's like Josh Smith. Y'all remember Josh Smith trying to shoot threes, and the whole arena
Woo.
talking about
Ah.
no. Exactly. But Pax Point Paint said, when I was younger, I used to get excited for high octane offenses. Now I get excited for defense. I'm itching to have a solid defense here. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all the quote of the night. I'm gonna get and Floyd Donnelly kind of said it here, but I'm gonna say it like this: ugly football is sexy football to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that female doesn't have to be a 9 or a 10 for me. She could be a
Mm-hmm.
5. But if
Mm-hmm.
she does everything that a wife or a girlfriend's supposed to do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, I would take
That's
that
it.
5 all day,
All day.
all day.
That right.
That's a question I'm gonna ask everybody with, and I always ask this question: Would you take the female that's a 9 or a 10 that gives you 2-1-2 effort, or would you take the 5, the rated 5-6 girl that gives you that 10 effort? And everybody gonna agree. I'll take that 5 with the 10 effort all day. And this is what this team essentially has to be. This is why we kind of get on Thomas Dimitrov, Smithers, because he wanted that 10 offense and it gave us 4 results.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, Desmond Ridder is not the sexy name out here. He's not Malik Willis. I mean, like I said, Malik Willis was the popular name down here because he's a Georgia boy. Um, like he has as far as the highest ceiling, but has the most work that need to be done. But the problem is you had the sports media here in Atlanta not really saying that. They was they essentially they was using a reality. If you think about the Malik Willis thing, they really didn't give a damn if he was gonna be good or not. It was
Mm-hmm.
all about it was all about representation and making us feel good.
Yeah.
They say you got the Georgia kid from Georgia, you got the Atlanta kid that could play for the Atlanta Falcons. It's a feel good story, and now everybody can relate to it. But good teams make unpopular moves.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen unpopular moves made by the Falcons the last couple of years.
I don't think anything bigger than trading Matt Ryan. I think that's the biggest, more unpopular move that we, especially for a third round pick. Yeah, people lost
Mm-hmm.
their boy. They thought people lost their ish over there. Let's keep it real.
Oh no, they was no. The thing was they was happy they traded Matt Ryan, but they didn't get the compensation that they thought they was gonna get with Matt Ryan.
And that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. So, so essentially, it comes down to is we got to switch this mindset of okay, we got to get everything we want, and we just want this aspect instead of just looking at okay, This guy's not Malik Willis. He doesn't, like I said, he has a strong arm. Malik Willis may have a stronger arm, but we just have to look at the tape as far as Desmond Ridder just being that guy who is essentially the prototype quarterback that Arthur Smith is used to coach in the last few years. Think about it. He's worked with Mariota back in their Tennessee days when Mariota was drafted, and Ryan Tannehill. I'm just saying, y'all.
Yeah.
And now you get a younger version of that can get better. The sticker is already moving in the back of the helmet.
Well, you
We
ain't got to
good.
worry about the bad habits that he's been taught by organization, which Ryan
Mm-hmm.
Tannehill has with Miami. There was a lot of bad habits that he got from playing in Miami. You want a kid that you can build from the ground up. You can tear him, rip him apart. Everything that he learned in Cincinnati, which is what a lot of people. I say this all the time. I said this earlier today about quarterbacks and why guys like Brett Favre end up going to another team and they succeed because they would never put in the right scheme, the right offense. You saw it from Drew Brees. We saw it for guys like even Michael Vick. Let's just keep it real. Michael Vick, he fit perfectly with Philadelphia because Andy Reid did everything that he does well. When you come in and you put those players in position where they can succeed and you build the roster around them and their strengths versus just drafting a guy, you just all right, he can throw the ball far.
Mm-hmm.
You seeing like Arizona too right now. But them dudes are suffering right now. Why? Because they built the whole offense around Kyler Murray, and now Kyler Murray won't go, and now they got to pretty much like rebuild the offense. Now they don't spend all this money. They don't let. Well, I think is Chandler Jones still a free agent?
Nah, he's with the Raiders.
He with the Raiders? Yeah. He with the Raiders. So like you gotta let guys like that go because you brought in a quarterback that didn't necessarily fit the guys around him, didn't necessarily fit what he did. So now, again, you got to go get out guys like Hollywood. You got to go get these receivers, these running backs. You got to spend more money on these guys to make sure they succeed. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
you want to go get the right quarterback. You always want to go get the right quarterback. And that's what you're talking about. System, scheme, fits. Not a guy because he got the biggest arm like Malik. But is Malik a system scheme fit for the Falcons? Because somebody got to throw it to Kyle Pitts. If he can't get that
Right.
motherfucker, how the hell you gonna get the most out of Kyle Pitts? Got to have somebody to be able to get the ball to him.
Right. And if you want him to attack the middle, you need a quarterback that's willing to attack the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Drake London is gonna be so big. It's gonna be so key for Kyle Pitts. And Mike, you said it. I don't know if it was this week you said it, but you said it here recently where you said Drake London was brought here to make Kyle Pitts the superstar on his offense.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Gonna take that big
I
body.
wouldn't, and then like I said, I wouldn't even say it like that. I would say that he was brought in to make both of them superstars in his offense.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Mike said here, he said, can't treat Matt Ryan around like he's not worth anything and then try to sell him high. And I never got that neither. I don't why people was expecting.
That's crazy.
I never got that. I was like, how because if you're trying to sell something, ain't you trying to big something up as much as possible to get the high value?
Mm-hmm.
But my question would be like, why would you expect a first and second round pick? And your talking points, you're saying that, and the way that your talking points is coming through, not, I'm just saying from the average person that was like, Matt Ryan sucked, Matt Ryan was this terrible. And these were the same guys like, oh, Matt Ryan, he's the worst quarterback in Falcons history. But let's trade him and get a first round pick.
Yeah.
A salesperson is not finna talk down a product they have to get the highest damn price on it. That's like me telling you this microwave is broke, but I want you to pay $1,000 for it. Like, no, motherfucker, I don't want that microwave. You said it's broke. I'm gonna give you $3 for it.
Right.
And now you done talked yourself out of some money. So hold on. I'm getting a couple more of these comments. Okay, ATL Joe here said Desmond Ridder ran an offense more similar to the NFL than any other quarterback prospect. Don't at me. I say he, like I said, I say he more so ran this particular offense in Cincinnati. Everybody ran some type of form of a pro offense, some sort. But you have to look at, it's a mixed bag. But you have to look at the type of throws they were making. You have to look at the progression throws that they make. Whether they're throwing levels, short, medium, long, or outside, middle, right. Like you have to. Those are things you have to take account. You have to look at depth of routes they hitting and stuff like that.
I'm gonna give you a little tip on how to watch film. And I know people probably like feel insulted when we say this type of stuff. But the way that you watch film is not looking at how far that he's throwing the ball. You know, look at how hard he's throwing the ball. The things when you talk about a quarterback, you always want to look at one thing, two things. You want to look at, is he stepping off the back foot? Is he starting with the back foot and is transferring to the front? What I mean by that, if you look at Matt Ryan, he always runs backwards and then he put his feet into the ground. Or Peyton Manning, they always run backwards real fast and then they start and they weight transfer. Like Drew Brees is a perfect example of that. Like he always run backwards real fast and then he'll step up and he'll throw the ball for it. You always look and see if that quarterback, if he's throwing off that back foot, he's gonna have a lot of trouble throwing interceptions and completing passes in NFL because it's gonna. If you look at the championship game, Bryce Young.
Oh God!
When he threw that interception to Ringo, he threw that ball off his back foot and the ball sailed, went in the air, and Ringo got it. That's because he was constantly throwing the ball off of his back foot. So you always look at a quarterback. If he's throwing off his back foot or he's transferring to the front, that's why it's like, stop, put your foot in the ground, and you weight transfer. So I always look at that. And another thing with quarterbacks is the second thing. How many is he throwing the ball on the sideline? Is he always, most of his throws are always on the sideline. Is he throwing the ball in the middle of the field? These are things guys like Justin Fields and Malik Willis, they failed at. They didn't do a lot of that in college. Most of their throws were always to the sideline. Those guys tend to struggle in the NFL because in the NFL, all they're gonna do is double, triple your best receiver and take those sidelines away. They'll let you throw. They'll let you do it all. They'll let you throw the ball in the middle of the field. They'll let you throw the ball in the middle of the field just so they can take away the wide receivers.
Right. And this is why we said, as far as already putting away the like, if we're looking at the quarterback position, this is like, and me, Mike, we carefully looked at a couple games. It was the national championship game between Alabama and Georgia. Yet I forgot we looked at the Ohio State game, and then, like I said, C.J. Stroud is another one, the kid from Ohio State. He has a thing. He has an issue where I see him staring down a lot of throws.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. This is why I said you have to look at the back of the court. You look at the green
Mm-hmm.
sticker on the back of the
Mm-hmm.
quarterback's helmet. Because if you don't see that thing moving, okay, but okay, he stepped back, boom, okay, that's not that 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, what you see from him is you see 1, 1, 1, boom.
Mm-hmm. He threw it. Yeah. He's
Right.
looking at the same
So
route. He's following the same route across the field. And oftentimes
right.
that's dangerous because what defensive
Mm-hmm.
coordinators are doing in the NFL, they will give you that one route and they will mask
Mm-hmm.
it. What we mean by mask it is zone blitzes. They'll give the
Right.
illusion that it's wide open and they'll drop guys like Michael Walker, Deion Jones into those zones, or they even like drop a defensive end into those zones, and you thinking it's an easy pick, you thinking it's an easy completion, and those guys end up. So this is why guys like Fields struggle
Mm-hmm.
because they're
Mm-hmm.
not going through their progressions. Y'all, like I said, you look at the back of their helmet, see if they going through their progression like this. You can see the head moving, and you can see a quarterback head. Always look at the weight transfer going backwards, going forward,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at the back of their helmet to see if his head is moving. If his head ain't moving, he gonna struggle.
I'm gonna give y'all some homework tonight. I want you to look at Desmond Ridder's game against Notre Dame. That's your first homework assignment. The second thing to do is look at Bryce Young's game against Georgia in the national title game. Hell, you can even look at the SEC championship game. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And then, like I said, just look at CJ Stroud. Well, who did they play? I think it was against. I'm trying to think, was it Penn State? It might have been Penn State. And you'll see the differences of what we talk about. This is what you have to look for. Like I said, Desmond, like I said, and this is why Tyler Algier is so key. Him and Quadri Olsen. This is why these two are so key. Because if you have that running game, if you have the consistent running game, and this is where Jalen Mayfield can take strides this year. Because if y'all remember Rakondo, who came on the Monday show with us, brought up a good point. When the Falcons went on that tear of averaging 120 yards rushing a game, they was running behind Jake Matthews and Jalen Mayfield.
Yep.
So the running game is going to be so key for the development because what happens is it protects the quarterback.
Yep.
Nobody talks about that. We talk about we want to see the quarterback throw 40, 45 times a game. We want to see this quarterback throw for 5,000 yards and 45 touchdowns to 1 interception. You don't always win championships like that. Ask Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl against the 49ers.
Yeah.
He played absolutely terrible that game. But who saved that ass? The motherfucking new running back that's on our team now. With his 2 touchdowns. With his almost 100 yards combined in the Super Bowl.
Gave him easy throws. And I was actually asked a question. I was asked a question earlier today, and this is the reason why like I said, I love J Rock and I love Fred. And they keep saying that we need to be more aggressive. Like, no, you don't need to be more aggressive. Reason why I say that is because if the running backs and the offensive line open those holes up, you're gonna get the opportunity to throw deep balls. You're gonna get wide open throws. and those guys are going to make big plays because those safeties are going to be out of position. So the throws are going to be easy. So you don't have to call these deep shots all the time. You don't have to be aggressive all the time. If you're effective in the running game, guess what? Those linebackers gonna be out of position. Them safeties gonna be out of position. A lot of the time, even the cornerbacks, they end up biting. And I know Dallas Cowboy fans know about this. They end up biting on the run and biting on those short plays and short passes, and you're gonna end up getting beat deep and double throw them hitch throws, quarterback that pump fake, double moves. That's how they come. It's because they're reacting to the running game in those short intermediate routes. So you can get a guy. This is why Kyle Pitts, if you go back and watch the Buffalo game too, the reason why he was getting had the opportunity to get the sideline kicks is because they kept killing Buffalo by throwing them short intermediate routes. So they started sitting on them, and then bam, Matt Ryan, he pump fake, and then he hit him on the sideline. Those things open up when you got the running game going and you got your short passing game on. You don't have to be aggressive. You can be conservative, and then that conservative play, that's the staple of the West Coast offense. Keep nickel and dime. Keep nickel and dime. All right. They start to sit on it, and that's when we go over the top.
You know what the thing you just brought up by saying that? You know what it kind of reminds me of? When Chuck Smith always said, as a pass rusher, you need to have moves to set up pass rush moves.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. Yep.
Your passing game has to be able to, you have to be able to set your passing game up.
Yep.
Because you just saying that, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, damn, did Chuck Smith just come to this motherfucker? Yeah, Chuck Smith was always putting the emphasis on using pass rush moves and setting up pass rush moves. On pass rush moves because like I said, I'm gonna use the example. And this is where like Tat and Vic Beasley this is where both of them always caught themselves in trouble because it was, I got this one move and I'm gonna live and die by this one move. Like I'm gonna use an example. Like let's say Tat bull rushes the first couple plays. Okay, the bull rush. So the quarterback, the tackle is already looking for, okay, he's coming at me. He's gonna come straight at me. Next move, boom, go right underneath.
Go right
just quick
underneath.
Like that. Did you just see how quick I did?
That's what.
Chop.
That's it. And then you chop them. That's it. Move them out the way. Michael Strahan did it his whole career. The same move. The bull rush, fake chop.
Or by bull rushing like that, see, now you can attack wider.
Yep.
And he's already off balance because he expected the bull rush, and then he has to play keep up. You can spin back in. You can hold the edge. But that's what we're talking about, setting up the pass rush move. Did y'all see how quick I just did that chop? Y'all want me to do it one more time?
Go ahead, give it to him. Give it to him, K-Style.
I already did it. I ain't no Dr. Pass Rush, so I'm just saying.
We listen to the best. That's all.
We listen to Chuck. We listen to Chuck Smith, and that's the one thing he always emphasized on pass rushing is you have to set up moves. Like I said, if you got a bull rush move, use that bull rush to set up your outside, spin inside, or you can set up a rip move. But that shit, hey, that shit is hilarious. Hey, it's funny as hell, bro. Look. You see how quick I did? I'm done. Y'all asses is crazy. They were talking about Southside, talking about K Styles, Dean looking at sim moves and shit. But man, like you said, Yeah.
We watch the field like crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I said that's definitely like that. That's what you do when you kind of pay attention. Like this is why we say when you pay attention to Aaron Donald, this is what he does. That's how he sets his moves up. But what also helps him as well is you have that D tackle next to him who's big enough to draw attention as well. So even if they are doubling him, the double guy still has to keep an eye on this guy because he might blow this next guy off. So it's kind of like a dummy double. Oh, he said Chuck Smith said Anderson's a beast, so we got some more Chuck Smith approval.
Hey, we got some more.
And that's all I need is Chuck Smith approval. And Desmond here, he said, "Why don't we offer Chuck Smith job?" I think essentially, I don't think he really wants to deal with that grind.
No, he already said he don't want an NFL job. Yeah. They said the only way he gotta be the man, but I don't. Chuck ain't looking for an NFL job.
Nah. And like I said, everybody's not meant to be a coach in the NFL anyway. I think it's just more of people just like, okay, offer him the job.
Yeah.
And if he says no, then that's his thing.
That's why he became a trainer like that, pass rush specialist. That's because the Falcons actually Falcons used to bring him in to train guys in training camp. Like that's what he did. Right. That's how he after he retired, they brought him in. They used to bring him in for most of the training camps, and he would train those guys after he retired. So he was like, "All right, I got some with that," and that's where he went. But he did want to be that until something happened with a certain head coach. I'm not going to get into that. That's confidential information. But something happened, and Chuck was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this." But those guys, at the end of the day, those guys just want respect. That's it. They just want respect, and they want an opportunity. They're not even being offered a lot of jobs, and that's the issue. They're not even being offered.
Right. And Ghost Pepper's here. He made a good point right here, and I want to highlight this as well. He said, games are won with talent. Championships are won with guys that won't lose. I hear big things about Ridder's leadership on and off the field and his ability to play the system he's given. We did good. That's essentially what you want, man.
Do what the coach tell you.
That is exactly. Do what the coach tell you to do. And then, like you said, once you hear long enough, you can kind of implement your own little things. And then, like I said, Arthur Smith, he's like one of those coaches that I see and be like, okay, what do you see? Let's implement this little tidbit here. Okay, this is what you do better. Bam. It's all about adjustments. Because sometimes grabbing a guy with the biggest upside ain't always the greatest deal to have. You want to grab the guy that's closest to ready right now as you possibly can.
That's really
who knows?
That's it.
Because who knows? Malik Willis might be in a better position in Tennessee. You got 250 pounds worth of truck behind your ass running the ball.
Right. We don't have that.
And that puts less pressure on Malik Willis to try to be out here and dominating damn games. You got Derrick Henry behind you. That's a guy you can get a ball to 25 times a game. And you can slowly develop your skills just with that guy in your backfield alone. So we'll see how it goes, man. We see how it goes. But man, we got about another 10 minutes. I won't go ahead and get the Q&A portion out of this. So go ahead and ask y'all questions here for the next 10 minutes. And also remember to subscribe. And I should have did this earlier, but the conversation was so good I forgot. But definitely Continue to support, subscribe. 6-Man K Styles on the road to 1K. We is almost there, baby.
Almost there, man. Almost
We
there.
almost there. We
Yeah.
almost there, but we got about 180 more of y'all to go.
Oh
More
wow.
80 more subscribe.
Actually
So
went up. We appreciate that. Wow.
we definitely appreciate I definitely appreciate everybody that sit here and watch me, Mike, and every last one of us talk football. Whether you agree with it or disagree with it, it's all about the conversation at the end of the day. Um, let's see. Hold on. G. Coleman said, "Is any chance Felipe wins the job on special teams?"
Yeah. I think Felipe um I
Yeah,
I don't think he have a chance. Like he's there to just help the guys get acclimated in the system. Um yeah, I don't see
but
him being a guy.
nah,
Not to say he
because
like
if
can't, but yeah. I'm just saying like I just
because
don't think they believe in him like that as a starter quarterback.
because if that was the case, they wouldn't have drafted Desmond Ridder.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but like you said, but the thing is, you're going to see Felipe Franks. He's going to be more so of the Logan Thomas type,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that Logan Thomas. You're gonna see him, um, tight end, run a little bit of wide receiver here, special teams. You're gonna see him kind of be like that multiple role player on offense. Okay, let's see. It says Styles, I think if you do short clips like Mike and Jew does, it will help you. Yes. We got more of those coming. We got more of those coming.
Yeah.
I actually do those. I actually do a lot of those.
He actually do more than me. He actually convinced me to do it because I talk too much in these videos. It'd be like 5-10 minutes of me rambling on me and Jew. So he actually talked me into doing it. So that's the case style.
Yeah. So I see the thing. Just to answer your question, the thing about it is, it's just is getting people used to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And speaking the way I speak about football.
Yeah,
I'm like I said,
animated. I'm super animated about stuff.
Like I said, Mike and Jew, and this is why we are the heavy hitters, is because we all have different styles. See, Mike is more animated. He's mad. We call him Mad Mike for a reason. He cuts your ass out real quick. Jew is very knowledgeable. He's soft spoken and knowledgeable.
He go for 20 minutes straight.
And the thing about these two is they will talk your head off for 20 minutes about a subject.
Yeah.
And the difference with me is because me coming into all this is kind of being like the guy that was coming in from ground zero.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about people getting used to me. They're getting used to my style. I'm kind of a combination of both of them. So it's like, yeah. The biggest difference is most of the content that I come up with is me talking for less than 2 minutes.
Right. That's case style.
Because I'm kind of straight to the point with mine. Like I don't do too like I need to get back into the short game, and like I said, I ain't been doing them in a while, but I'm gonna get back into them shorts game. I think the last time I did a short that did anything was when I said Travis Hunter looked like a millionaire. I think that's the last time I did that one.
Oh boy, yeah.
So, but
hey, do y'all like the shorts? Like, let us know how you like them. Like,
because
I'm not sure if everybody like them, so that's why I don't do a lot of them. I do them, but I
Yeah.
don't. I want
Right.
to do more to give you
Right.
guys more content. So just tell us what
So
you like.
oh hold on. This is a good question right here. D. Coleman said, "Why are you the?" Here you go. This is a question that I didn't think I was gonna hear in a while. Why are you the sixth man? You wanna know why I'm the sixth man? Because the sixth man is not the main attraction, but the sixth man plays an important part.
Important part. Yep.
I got to be able to blend in with everybody. Y'all see me and Mike. Half the time, y'all don't be thinking Mike works well in it with anybody.
Right. Yep.
I could be as crazy as Mike, and I could be as calm and collected as you. I could talk with anybody on here about anything, and I've learned to help set shows up from this guy over here. So sometimes, I do polls too. I do polls too, and them shits be funny as hell. But
Boy,
them
I
shits
gotta
be
do
funny
more.
as
I
hell.
gotta do more of those, bro. Them
Right.
they'd be hilarious. They'd be
They
hilarious.
said no, and Noah fits in, and like I said,
See,
me and Noah,
oh my God,
me and Noah are essentially the same person. I'm gonna tell you right now, me and Noah are exactly the same.
I get. Look, I'm lazy now. All right, when it comes down to that scouting part, like I don't want to do it. I started out doing that. If you guys remember me from our team with Lieutenant Dad, trust me, like we did. I think I did like 300 prospects in a year. I think it was 17 or 18, but I did like 300 prospects.
Yeah.
When I tell you, I think it was like 2 or 3 Falcons like 2 or 3 players out of 300 that I like got right. Yeah, I stopped there. So that's for K Styles and Noah. I sit back and I let them do that now. So hell no.
Yeah.
That's no them two the gens. And he the one who put me on the on Desmond Ridder.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. V said Noah is the professional draft fantasy expert version of K Styles. That's exactly what it is right there.
That's exactly what he is.
Yeah, like if you want your draft and fantasy expertise,
that's him.
You go to Noah. If you want drafting and scouting, you go to Noah and you see Alex.
Professor Noah. How about that? I like that name.
We're gonna call him the professor.
That's your name right there.
The professor. Yeah, that's cool.
The professor. That's the name of your new show. The Professor. Professor Noah. Professor Noah. That's what it is.
We got the minister. Look, we got the minister. We got the mad scientist, the sixth man. We got the professor. We got the scout. We got the OGs.
Bro, we got it all. That man said no Matthew Berry Tender.
But like I said, being the sixth man, you got to be able to adapt and adjust to everybody. You got that's essentially what it is. Like I said, perfect example. Look at Jamal Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Crawford is one of the greatest six men to ever play the game. Look at Lou Williams, one of the greatest six men to ever play the game. Manu Ginobili, one of the greatest six men to ever play the game.
You gotta know
they're not the. Yep, got know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. So when you see them coming into the game, yes, they're not starters, but when they come in the game, it's like, boom. Now you know my name.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know my name, and that's what I am. That's what the six man revolution is. This is what the six-man revolution is about. Sometimes you ain't always good. Like I said, that's like being in school. Sometimes you ain't always got to be the coolest guy in school. I never was the coolest guy in school. But guess what? That motherfucking cool crowd fucked with me
Oh yeah.
because I didn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I was open to everybody. And that's where the sixth man was born.
Got to be able to adapt. Got to be able to adapt. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want
Mm-hmm.
me to be the crazy, insane one. It's not fun, and I finally embraced it now. People, nobody
Mm-hmm.
want to hear me have common sense. Everybody want to see me yell, scream, and act a damn fool. That's what people want to see from me. So
And,
I finally embraced it.
and if you actually think about it, his crazy ass, you got Sam and Chauncey, OG, they all crazy. Who's the thing? Y'all, I want y'all to think about this. Who is the calm? Who is the calming force when y'all see these three on live?
Oh boy.
And then look. Noah here. Noah said,
Somebody
"Yeah,
got to
dang,
be.
okay." Look. He said, "Dang, okay,
Yeah.
you and me are like, yes,
Yep.
we are. The,
That's
we are we are the same." But like I said, man, on the road to 1,000, man, we definitely appreciate. Hold on. We got about. I'm gonna give y'all about another 5 more minutes. I want to talk about this right quick. I want to talk about this right quick. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, that was Mike. What's going to throw your heads on defense if you see a linebacker in the slot or at running back? Shit. I don't give it. Hey, look. As long as he running somebody ass over, shit, we
look,
good.
success. Man, we saw wide receiver and running back. You think I care about a linebacker? Look, if you get the job done, that's what we were talking about earlier. Y'all was up here talking about Arthur Smith is not a good coach. Motherfucker, we had a wide receiver lead the team in rushing. We up here talking about whether or not he's good enough. I mean, he doing the same thing that Kyle Shanahan did. He put a wide receiver at running back, and he made it work. That's Kyle Shanahan type stuff. And we worried about whether or not it's going to work. Yeah, it will work, people.
Mm-hmm. Noah said, "Where's my 810 plus sub there?" Well, we all eat around this mud.
Hey, trust me.
Is there?
The days of that is coming really soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got the website up. We got a lot of stuff coming up for the website. We looking for writers and all time. We looking for a lot of stuff right now. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Right, but I want to talk about this one little thing before we leave. And this is the responsibility of the veteran quarterback position. Mike, you see how I'm looking right now, right?
Yeah.
This is where you might see Mike come out of my. This is where you might see the Mad Mike Sports coming out of me.
Oh man.
This big goofy some bitch Ryan Tannehill.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I got a question. I know a lot of people seen this. When you're in competition with somebody, I'm just trying to think. I know people can walk and chew gum at the same time. So when you're in competition with somebody, can't you also help mentor them at the same time? Now, uh, well, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Ryan Tannehill, who a lot of people said was one of the top 5 quarterbacks going into last year, I'm not finna let that go. Is coming out and saying it's not my job to help mentor him. Mentor Malik Willis. That is some bullshit. Because at the end of the day, eventually they're gonna boot your ass up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why a lot of guys like a Josh McCown, Ryan Fitzpatrick. This is why a lot of those guys that y'all see that be in this league for damn near 17 years as backup quarterback, this is why they always stay with jobs because
Mm-hmm.
as a veteran quarterback, not even just a veteran quarterback, but as a veteran player, it's part of your due diligence and it's part of courtesy to help bring along the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because if you bring along your younger guys, it can also help motivate you to be better in your own preparation as well. I just use an example. You looking at it on the screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him competition all the time. He
All
think
the
he the
time.
greatest, and I
All the
I
time.
think I'm just as good as him.
Right. we do. We go at it all the
We
time.
do.
The smallest
Hmm.
stuff. The smallest stuff.
Right. But the thing about it is he's like him, Miss Maggie T, Miss Maggie. Both of them
Mm-hmm.
showed me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm always grateful for that. That's why you always this is why you never hear me talk bad about them. This is why you never hear me thinking I'm better than them. Comp or especially him. I be thinking I'm good as him. He think he's the greatest in the world.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do. I
Yeah.
definitely do.
But at the same time, he's teaching me stuff. I'm teaching him stuff. We making each other better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Ryan Tannehill, like I said, that was a bad move, bro. That's a bad move. Because now you've given the Titans the emphasis on, okay, motherfucker, you thinking like this, we're gonna get rid of your ass. Yeah, Utah Sports. And shout out to Utah Sports as well, man.
Man,
He's shown me a lot of things too.
bro,
That's why the
for
heavy
real.
hitter. This is why the heavy hitters is what it is. You're only as strong as your weakest link.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do. Everybody, you have to, like I said, the new person can situate and bring out your weaknesses and help you work on it.
Mm-hmm.
This showed me that Ryan Tannehill knows he ain't shit. This
Yep.
basically what this showed me. He knows he ain't shit. Number 22 is the reason why Ryan Tannehill got paid, and he
Let's
knows
keep that real.
it. um, look, like Elite said, as a veteran by mentoring, you can also leave the game after you retire, knowing it's being left in good hands. And guess what? Now you have good standing with where you at.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell you think Brett Favre moved on to Gene commercials? Because nobody want to deal with his ass.
Yeah. He don't want to do anything for nobody. That's all he has left.
What the hell you think Aaron Rodgers gonna do when he retires? Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody gonna want to deal with
Nobody
that.
like him. He ain't got no friends. His girl don't want him. She done got rid of him.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. Like I said, it's just if you trying to be a coach in this league, that this is why like being the guy that mentor a younger guy coming up is very vital because it's teaching you the skills of being a coach, being a developmental coach. If you want to be a coach at the next level, that's just a bad look, bro. And what's gonna end up happening is Ryan Tannehill to put himself in so much pressure that if he struggles this first 6 weeks, y'all gonna see Malik Willis real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I remember people was saying Ryan Tannehill was one of the top 5 quarterbacks in this league. But I remember the Tennessee Titans winning a playoff game where he only threw for 88 yards. I remember that. Go ahead, Mike. You said you want to say something. Here you go, right here. Here you go, right here. Definitely scared of a 3rd round pick that failed.
Well, many people might not know how I first got started in this. Okay. And that's the reason why Matt Mike Sports, Atlanta Falcons Nation, and GSHM exist is because I was given a chance. I was writing first. I had my own website. Well, still a website, but I was writing and nobody wanted to give me an opportunity. Nobody gave me an opportunity to do anything. Nobody gave me an opportunity. I didn't speak like an Aaron Freeman. I didn't speak like an Eric Robinson. I didn't speak as well as others. But I knew my shit. I didn't get no opportunities. None. Zero. Ain't nobody smarter than me in this shit. When I tell you I can break this shit down to the motherfucking T from all the way to 1921 to now. We study football. We study the game. We know the history of coaching, what he did before, after, all that. We know that. But I was given one opportunity for one person, 2 people that was instrumental in for me. And that's why I'm forever grateful for even being in this spot. My homegirl, LaDonna, like she put me in this when I did not even want, like I didn't even want to talk, be on screen. I don't like being in front of cameras. I don't like talking in front of people. None of that. That's not my natural personality. I'm a natural introvert. I'm saying that to say this. If it wasn't for those people giving me an opportunity to actually seeing something in me, you wouldn't even be looking at Mad Mike. You wouldn't even be giving now. You wouldn't even be being able to see this right now. If it wasn't for those people, Lieutenant Dan, and like I said, we've gone to do other things, but Dan gave me an opportunity, to spread my wings. Done. All those guys, they gave me an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So if they wouldn't have given me an opportunity, unlike a guy like Ryan Tannehill, who ironically took somebody else's job, and you got the nerve to say you're not going to teach somebody? Motherfucker, you was already in the trash. Miami threw you away. They threw you in the dumpster. Okay? They threw you in the dumpster. Say bye. And you got the nerve to sit back and say, I'm not going to teach this kid? I will say what my real thoughts are. Okay? Should I do it, K-Style?
I mean, we at the end of the show. We about to end this in a couple minutes anyway. So go ahead, give it to him.
Look, I'm gonna be real, and people can say whatever they want to. The only reason why that man's saying that right now, it ain't because he's threatened by Malik. It's because he's not gonna teach a black man. Ain't no black man gonna take his job. That's just how I feel. I'm just gonna be real. I might be wrong, but I'm just come out and say it. Some people have a complex. I can look at the way I can look at him and just see he's a privileged guy. Because you upset because you trash. You play like complete ass, and then we hearing all these stories about he depressed. Man, get out of here with that bullshit. You depressed. You making $100 million. I mean, what are you depressed about? Your game? Because you play like ass? You got to go third because you play like ass? And you worried about a 3rd round pick that just so happened to be African American? But again, I'm just me. I'm just me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't take me seriously. Don't take me seriously. But I'm gonna tell you, like I said, that's just the way I feel. That's the way I feel. I don't think he would have had a problem if Malik Willis wasn't Malik Willis. I'm just gonna be real. Because he had Marcus Mariota there, he had no problem with Marcus Mariota.
Mm.
He had no problem with all them other people. Assuming what Malik Willis got there, yeah, somehow he don't want to teach him.
Mm. But like I said, I could see that. But I think
Like
really,
I
I
said,
think what it also
my
comes.
personal. Don't take this out on K Style. That's my. That's what I see. Because there's some other things that I want to talk about. But let's begin to the end of the
We
show.
say,
But it's some
yeah,
other stuff that
yeah.
reason why I say that I see some stuff
Mm.
in the way
I
he
mean,
said.
I see exactly what you're talking about. I see it
Mm-hmm.
because like I think what you're looking at too is you're looking at his face when he says it. You're looking at the
Mm-hmm.
energy, and you say
Mm-hmm.
it
There's
is
something
looking
behind it.
like I'm gonna bring this nigga in here to take my job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all got the game fucked up.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield got that same type of energy. That's what I saw. That same entitlement energy that Baker Mayfield. I seen I've seen this before because you look at Drew Brees and people say what they want to say about Drew Brees or the statement that he made. He a Trump supporter, but I didn't get that same energy when um Jameis Winston came in. I didn't get that energy for him. He was happy. He was thrilled for Jameis coming in. When you look at this man,
And then you saw what Jameis Winston did when he
mm-hmm.
got the opportunity before he got hurt. Jameis
Yeah.
Winston went from 30 for 30 the year before to him being more efficient and not turning
Mm-hmm.
the ball over. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
mentorship is about.
Yep.
It's about you being the elder statesman
Mm-hmm.
working with a guy that's younger than you and help minimize his weaknesses. Because let's be honest, let's put another thing on there. The real reason is because Malik Willis was the hot name in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And he's threatened by that. He's the hot name. He was the hot name in the draft. He was the guy with the biggest ceiling. I don't want to teach him because I'm afraid of losing my job and train. I'm afraid of losing my job. So, and everybody knows I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan. I can give two shits about where he ends up next season, this upcoming season, because it damn
bro.
sure ain't gonna start nowhere.
Ooh, boy,
But
that
we
entitlement
gonna
written on their forehead, bro. I can't. I despise it.
But we're gonna go ahead and wind the show down up for the night, man. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in strong on this Thursday night. 6-man combo as usual. Let's go ahead. We're gonna do the end of the show love that everybody has shown.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe to 6-Man K Styles. Help a brother get on that road to 1K, and we can really get this shit popping.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I try to do this. I do this thing organically, just like everybody else here that y'all see. We doing this thing organically, no paid stuff. This is all
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm. We don't buy subscribers over here. It's all
Nah.
organic.
If I did that shit, I'd be at 10,000 subscribers right now. If I did that,
Right.
but there ain't no shots to anybody. But I'm just saying this thing to myself. This is how this is y'all getting K Styles. Went from me cracking jokes and laughing all the time to being more cerebral.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad y'all digging that now. Like I said, y'all continue to support Mad Mike Sports. He's almost at How many more you gotta get to 7K, man?
25. 25.
25 to 7K.
Hold on.
25
Yeah.
to 7K.
Hold on. It might be 75. 25, 75, one of them. I lost.
There's no
Hold up. Yeah. 25.
right. About 25. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on the road to 7K, man. Hey, at the end of the day, like I said, we all Falcons content creators here, man. We all gotta have love for each other. We gotta believe in this team. We gotta believe in the direction that they're going. They are going in the right direction on all phases of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like, and if you feel like this team is not your cup of tea, instead of sitting here bitching and complaining online about it, go root for somebody else because you do not want to be putting all that energy into trying to hate on a team that you supposedly a fan of, but ain't got nothing positive to say.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Los Falcons too, man. Like I said, it's all the
Lord,
way
that
love,
dude.
man. Y'all, man. That was a fool, bro.
That
Y'all make
was
sure,
crazy, man.
and like I said, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to him as well as
Yeah,
Jew
please,
Talk
please.
Sports. Jew
Man,
is
we gotta
almost
show
at
love, bro.
2K.
Everybody
Jew
that
is almost at 2,000.
yeah, he almost at
And
2K. He's almost
and
Ricardo. He's on his road to
mm-hmm,
to 1K, man.
mm-hmm,
You got first and frame rates. Your boy VF
mm-hmm,
Baller, he doing his thing. Big Low,
right,
all those people who's ever had
mm-hmm,
anything to do here. Most of those guys are
right,
monetized, and that's what we're trying to build over here. Like
mm-hmm,
a stream of wealth. That's what we're trying to do.
mm-hmm,
That's what we're
right,
trying to do. Everybody can eat, man.
right, right. So, and also I'm gonna end it on this. Like I said, happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Again, special Mother Day shout out not only to my mother, but
Mm-hmm.
my lady,
Mm-hmm.
mother of my child.
Mm-hmm.
I call her Sunshine, but Marshall, like I said,
She's outside. That's a right name
that's
for her.
yeah,
That's a
she's
right
Sunshine.
name
I'm gonna
for her.
call. But like I said, give definitely Mother's Day shout out to her, to my mother, to all the mothers
Mm-hmm.
out here. Um, just just doing your damn thing out here. I know it. I can't say I know it's a tough job.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure y'all show that same appreciation on Father's Day for fathers. I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say that
yeah,
right now.
we gotta keep it 100.
Exactly. Because
Go all
it's
out.
hard. It's hard. It's hard out here when you have government systems that want to keep families apart.
Mm-hmm.
Whose whole precedence is to keep families apart. So
yeah, they literally pay you
like I
to
said,
not be in a relationship. They literally pay you not. That's a whole boy. We too
oh
political
boy,
for
y'all.
that style.
Oh boy, they really don't want to know that side, bro. They really don't want to know how cerebral we really are over here.
Ooh,
We scared people. I done scared at least I scared a lot of people with that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Like I said, continue to support 6-Man K Styles, all the Falcon content creators. Until next time, man. Hey, be on the lookout for Friday Night Madness tomorrow. So we ain't here to play. We here to stay.
Oh,
you ain't got to go home.
Nope. But you gotta get the hell up out of here.
Deuces.